cars, bikes, aeroplanes, medicines, and appliances. We've designed them all to make our lives better. But now it's time to think about making our world better, to invent things that inspire us but heal our Earth. There's only one you, there's only one planet. Every day we boil a kettle, we run baths, we do the washing up. They're little things, and it's easy to think that they don't contribute much to global consumption. But when you look out your window and see your neighbours doing the same thing, whole towns, cities, countries leaving their taps running whilst they brush their teeth, you start to appreciate just how much water we use and, importantly, how much we waste. The global demand for water has tripled over the last 50 years. We're already seeing the damaging effects of drought in California, leaving hundreds of thousands of households without water. The UK is equally at risk. Hosepipe bans are only a short-term solution, and even with these measures in place, it's unlikely that we'll get enough rainfall to avoid significant environmental damage. There are other vital steps we need to take to lessen the impact of environmental change. We live in a world of constant consumption, but we can't wait for our basic resources to run out before we take action. We've started to look for practical solutions that will fit into the modern family home. Solutions that will make a real difference. The average UK home uses 350 litres of water per day, and the shower uses more of that than anything else. Every household took 1 minute off one shower every day. That'd save us £215 million in energy bills every year. Now that's a lot of money and a lot of resources. We took the problem to the streets of London to ask the general public's opinion on saving water.
I'm conscious that water consumption needs monitoring. On a personal level, I try to be careful. I'm not going to use any sort of technology to help me do it.
Yes, of course I believe in saving water and sustainability, but my main worry is how it's going to be implemented in homes and the cost and just the annoyance for people who don't currently have something like that.
In our quest for change, we've assembled an elite panel of judges. We have Rick Struble, the Global Vice President of Lynx and Axe Deodorant, Maxine Mayhew, who has a PhD in water sciences and is the Commercial Director at Northumbrian Water, a mother of 3, Angela Agor, who can give her opinion on whether it would fit into her family home, and finally Karen Hamilton, the Vice President of Sustainable Business for Unilever. So we've thrown the problem out to the world to see if there are solutions to create a shower that saves money, energy and water. Aspiring inventors from across the world have sent in nearly 100 ideas. They've come from 40 countries and a huge array of different cultures. The one thing these inventions need to have in common is that they all have to fit into the modern family home. The selection process was tough, but the judges have managed to narrow it down to 5 inventors. They've all journeyed to Westminster University, where they have access to state-of-the-art fabrication laboratories. Before our finalists present to the judges, I want to understand their ideas and exactly what materials and technologies are necessary to build them. Hi guys, I'm Oliver. I'd like to tell you I'm a self-confessed water geek, and I want to know a little bit more about the projects and the ideas that you've identified. Martin, tell me more about what you're doing.
I am Martin Brian Florderiza, and I'm from the Philippines, and I work as an art director in an advertising agency.
Alright, so this is the shower washing machine. So as you can see in the prototype, this is the shower. And then, so when you shower, the water will be filtered using a gray recycling system. And then the filtered water can be reused for laundry and flushing the toilet.
This is my first time in London. Tomorrow will be a big day, and I'm really excited to present my ideas to the panel of judges.
So basically it's a grey water collection system that allows you to reuse it in other areas.
Yes.
And the important thing is the filter.
Yeah.
Because you know, water, once it's used, it we have some technical problems here. I was going to say, quite interestingly though, we don't always have showers on top of where the washing machine is, and I think your model sort of displayed that problem.
Actually, I feel nervous talking to a lot of people, but I think I can manage. I like to join contests like this because I believe that simple ideas like this can make a big impact to the society and hopefully change the world.
My name's Kate and I've come down here from a place called Congleton in Cheshire, which is in the north of England. I used to be an energy analyst and I used to do a lot of work on energy and water, and I'm really interested in this energy and water nexus.
God, it's embarrassing.
No, this is how you save money. I mean,
I'm a little bit nervous in terms of the technology of whether I've considered every point. Bye.
tell me more about it. How does it exactly work?
The best way to change behaviour is to give something that's tangible and resonates with the people involved. So I'm going to turn this into a financial form. So the idea is someone comes in and takes a shower and he turns the shower on. This device will be able to use water flow information and information from smart meters to work out how much energy and water is used.
So essentially you'll have some sort of device in your shower with the kind of price ticking away, a bit like being in a taxi, going like, oh, that's kind of £2 worth of water and energy.
Yeah.
My name's Tom Hudson. I'm from the UK. I work as a digital consultant for IBM. I have an engineering background. I studied mechanical engineering at university at Cardiff. But no, I haven't designed the detailed sort of mechanics of it.
Tom, tell me more.
Okay, so my idea is called the Already Hot Shower, and it sort of changes the way of how we have a shower at the moment. So at the moment we have to hang around and wait for the water to heat up.
My biggest concern is that what I have so far is more the problem. I haven't got a solution to show like some of the other competitors. I just have identified the problem, and I think there's a different range, different ways in which it could be solved. But yeah, I'd say maybe that could be what could hold me back, potentially not having a prototype.
So it's the dead leg, isn't it? That's what it's called.
Exactly.
It's the cold water that exists between your water heater and your shower, and all the time it takes for the warm water that's heated to get through the shower head.
Yeah.
So it's all that water just going nowhere, literally down the plug.
Exactly, yeah. They say it's about 20% of the water that you waste doesn't even touch you. It's just gone straight down the drain.
My name is Konstantin. I came from Israel. I'm an entrepreneur.
Konstantin, tell me more about your idea.
Yes, sorry. It's a smart water meter that can be attached to any tap, hose, or pipe. Actually, it's bring you the awareness how much water do you use during your shower.
So tell me, is that actually a working prototype?
This one is not working because of the demonstration, but we do have a working prototype already. I'm sure there's 5 good ideas. I'm not sure, and I cannot tell who is going to win the competition, but the participation in the competition already big achievement for me.
My name is Yehuda Goldfisher. I'm from Israel, 28 years old, working at DocuSign, which is a digital signature company.
Yehuda, what's the problem you've identified?
The problem is when people are soaping and shampoo, they are not closing their water handles.
Right, so it's basically there are moments when you're in the shower that you don't really need all the water coming out.
It's my first trip to London. I came here last night. It was 6 hours flight, and I'm very excited to be here.
So how are you going to solve that problem?
Yeah, so basically my idea is inspired by this idea.
What is this? Looks like something out of Star Wars.
Yeah, so it's a dual flush toilet.
Okay.
So
this is the system that goes inside and allows you to either have a low flush or a high flush of water.
Right.
Okay.
I did a degree in computer science and mathematics, and which actually very interesting because I never got into this old shower business, without the help of UNILEVER.
With just 12 hours to turn their ideas into reality, it'll be a long night in the lab, because tomorrow morning they'll have to face the judges. Yehuda has travelled all the way from Israel to pitch today. He seemed quietly confident and has thought the mechanics through. But is his design too simple? Well, Yehuda, I know that you've come a long way to present here today, all the way from Israel.
Right.
There's a lot riding on it. What do you hope to get out of it?
So I don't know if you know, Israel is a startup nation. So I hope to be the next startup now. I have a lot to do, but in order to get there, but this is a start.
Okay. Well, I wish you luck on your journey.
Thanks.
Get out there and enjoy it.
Thank you. When I started thinking about a solution for shower that saves water, I tried to understand where we waste water the most. First, we enter the shower. We have to get ourselves wet before we soap and shampoo. So we press the small button to get the body wet. Then we soap and shampoo without using any water. And then we press the big button to wash all the soap off. This way of showering is known by many names, such as Navy shower. When someone is out in the field, they need to save every drop of water. That's how we manage to do that.
When it comes to showering in the morning, it's quite intangible, right? I mean, there's an experience that I have. So what I don't get about your idea is how are you going to make that experience a good experience for me?
Yeah, so first of all, in my opinion, when I did all the research about this idea, I come to the conclusion that even I wasn't aware of the fact that I'm wasting water when I'm taking my shower. The average family in the US can save up to $100 and 3,200 gallons of water per year. Let's go over some technical stuff. Flusher shower uses 2 push buttons and a switch. The switch is connected to both hot and cold pipes. The 2 push buttons are connected to a timer. Each is preset with enough time, short flow to get the body wet, and long flow to wash all the soap off.
Can I just check something though? Does it rely on having an instant supply of hot water, so as soon as you press the button, you're ready to go?
My idea is one part of the solution. There could be other parts to fill in with other technologies in order to make that happen. Hope to see you guys all in Israel in the future. Thank you.
I didn't find that he was really strong in giving a viewpoint on how that will improve people's lives other than money. How are you going to do anything to my experience to make me want this? So that was a little bit tricky for me.
I completely agree with you. I just wasn't feeling that he thought about the consumer and how it would affect them in their everyday life. Just didn't seem to be flexible enough.
I think this is a really interesting idea because it's taking an existing habit. We've got used to the toilets with the dual flush, and he's taking that habit and transferring it to something that's also in the bathroom. So I think it should work from a habit point of view.
Kate has the most experience when it comes to a background in water conservation. However, will her nerves get the best of her? Okay, how are you feeling before your presentation?
Extremely nervous.
Yeah. Have you been practicing?
I have been practicing my head, but not allowed to other people.
Kate, you've got some nerves? I mean, there seems to be a lot of coffee going on here.
Well, you'd think I had a coffee addiction, but that's not actually the case. This is my family to demonstrate how the idea works. So this is Bob, Susan and James.
And you seem to have cornered the market with masking tape. Are you worried your models aren't going to stand up to inspection?
Well, I'm going for the handcrafted look.
Wonderful. I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Get out there and do your best.
Hello. I want to introduce you to the average British family. We have Bob, Susan and James. Now, like most families, they are money conscious. They want to do their bit for the environment, but they live very busy lives. So, the solution is Takoja. Takoja is a device and an app with real-time information on the cost of showering. So, how does it work for this family? Well, Bob and Sue and James install the device in their shower on the cord, and they also download the app. Then Bob goes into the shower, pulls this down to height level and presses Bob. So he knows this information is for him. As he's showering, he gets 2 pieces of information: the real-time cost of showering and the cumulative cost over the year. So this is my solution, Takoja, real-time pricing information on the cost of showering. Thank you.
I have a question. The name that you've given this, Takoja, what's it mean?
It is from a language, and I can't remember off the top of my head. It's from one of the African countries, and it means we're in this together. It's kind of a derivative of the full name. The full name is like Takoja, blah, 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 blah.
A member of your family just died. What was it that you were saying about the information that comes through the shower? You said
there'll be an app with all the information that they can read afterwards, but in the shower it's just a digital display that's counting down. So it'll be counting down for that shower and over time for that person. So that'll be Bob, what he's using in that shower and what he's used for the year.
Are you going to come to my house with 50 meters of tape and kind of try to put that into my shower? Or how is it going to move from idea into real world?
Okay, ignore the tape. This will be a digital display and it will be able to screw into the shower head, between the shower head and the cord. Thank you for your time.
I'm not sure she's really thought through how we get from here into actually a product and something that can be used.
She felt very nervous to me, and I felt for her. I just don't think she's anywhere more than the very early idea.
Next up, it's Tom with his already hot shower. But with no model or mechanical solution, will his concept be enough? How are you feeling about your presentation this morning?
A little bit nervous, I have to admit, but yeah, I think I'm looking forward to it.
You've got your strong points in mind?
Yes, yeah, I've got a couple of key things I want to mention to the judges.
Are there any areas of your design that you think might let you down?
I think I've really just defined the problem statement. I think the solution's still quite open for interpretation, so I think that could be an area that could trip me up.
I want to wish you the best of luck.
Thank you, Ellen.
Go for it.
Thank you. I want to take you through a problem that I think we're all familiar with. It's to do with the typical shower. So normally you get into the shower and you turn it on. It then starts to heat up slowly, but you're not in the shower at this point. You're probably doing something else. You might be on your phone, you might be getting undressed, you could even be brushing your teeth. And all the while you're waiting for the shower to get warmer and warmer. Eventually you realise that it is actually at the right temperature, and that's when you get in. But actually it's too hot, so you turn it down and then you have your normal shower. I think the problem here is that over 20% of the water that you're actually using in the shower isn't actually being used whilst you're showering. It's actually in this initial stage here. And that's definitely problematic. That's actually adds up over the course of a year, if you had an 8-minute shower, to 5,000 litres, which roughly translates to anywhere between 15 to 75 pounds per person per year. So I've come up with something I'd like to present to you that I think could potentially solve this solution. So it's called the already hot shower. So what it would look like is you'd hop in the shower, turn the shower on, and straight away hot water comes out. And this means you can just have your normal shower experience without having to waste any of that initial water in the first place.
My concern as a parent is how the temperature will be regulated.
So I think that's something that you could definitely set yourself. Some people like showers hotter than others, so I think that, yeah, that's definitely something that you could pick and customize yourself.
Even if you're right and you waste sort of 3 or 4 minutes at the beginning of a shower, do I really need to buy this piece of kit to change that, or can I just change what I do?
Yeah, that's a good point. So I think there is a solution, and it's you just get in the shower straight away. And that's actually something that I spent 1 month having just cold showers. It's not necessarily a pleasant experience, and we were talking about young children earlier. I don't think it would be a pleasant experience for them putting them in cold water straight away. Thank you very much, judges, for your time.
So what I liked about Tom was he'd actually spent a month taking cold showers. I think that personal immersion, literally, is a good idea.
I'm struggling a bit with the practicality of it. I mean, where are you going to put this in your existing house? How are you actually going to make it happen? And if it's hard, people just won't take it on.
Konstantin's idea is a smart water meter. Connected to your shower, it records the amount of water you use. But is this design too futuristic for the judges? Hi, Konstantin. How are you feeling?
Good, good. I'm very impressed to be here.
Yeah?
Yes.
Is this the first presentation, or have you given these before?
I had several.
Yeah? So you're feeling well practiced and calm?
No, it's never been well practiced. It's always exciting.
Is there any area that you think you're a bit worried about?
I definitely know that I'm quite professional.
You know
your
product.
I know the direction.
So no worries.
No worries.
Very confident.
Yes.
Konstantin, I wish you good luck.
Thank you. I will start with asking the question for you. Do you know how many liters do you need to wash this cap? Guess. Guess. 1 liter?
1 litre?
5 litres.
5 liters. You got it. To wash caps with 150 cc, it's about 5 liters. We are not aware how much water we are using to wash this cap. I'm a part of Bwareit company with a young Israeli startup. And the points what we are bringing with our products, actually the awareness. The awareness, and then we can educate with our product, we can educate the consumption of the water. We know that once we can measure, then we can control. Our device is smart device because it's a part of Internet of Things concept. It's IoT products. Actually, why is it smart? He has a Wi-Fi embedded chip that can be connected to the cloud, and the consumption in the end of the day in real time can be presented in the application and the web as well. So it will be, in the end of the day, as a part of a smart house solution.
Your smart meter depends solely on technology. You've mentioned Wi-Fi, cloud, mobile phone, web. Yeah. This is an assumption that every household has access to those things, and also that everything's up to date.
First of all, this water meter is a standalone product. I don't need any connectivity. We have a version without any connectivity. It's just a water meter, smart water meter. So what is unique in this product? It may be connected to the water tap, yes, like this. Yeah. So it should be like this. So once you see, you have a liter, temperature, and the time of the consumption. This is 1-2 minutes. We have a Unity turbine that's not mechanical, and it's self-powered turbine that's now how to do this, and we apply the provisional for this product as well. And nowadays we are working about the connectivity to be the part of IoT revolution, Industry 4.0 revolution.
So you said you had a turbine in there. How's that work? How accurate is it? What are we really going to be able to do with the data? 4% accuracy I have. It's quite good solution. Down to what?
No, 4% tolerance.
Okay.
Accuracy is a 4%. You water meter that we have, the tolerance about a 15%.
I liked him. Behavior change, making a difference. Quite techy, but I could see it work.
So I didn't expect to like this idea. It looked really boring on paper to me, but I was very impressed by him. I think he really knew his stuff. He had this picture of the smart home of the future, and he obviously sensed that is actually quite not that far away.
An art director by trade, Martin is the inventor with the least experience in this field. His model also broke in the lab yesterday. Has he managed to pull it together in time? Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you feeling?
I'm quite nervous.
You've come a long way from the Philippines. I hope you're not feeling too jet lagged and your mind's all raring to go.
I'm quite dazed.
Have you practiced your presentation?
Last night.
Yeah, Martin, good luck. Enjoy it, take your time, do your best.
Thank you. Today I'm going to present to you my idea about the shower of the future. So, as you can see in this board, we consume 62 liters amount of water, which is typically used in an 8-minute shower. So that's a huge amount of water. And 20 liters is the amount of water that we use for doing laundry. So the inspiration from this idea came from the fact that when we take a shower, we dump our clothes in the hamper. So what if, while taking a shower, our clothes are already being cleansed? So hence, I introduce to you the shower washing machine. So the shower washing machine works in 4 simple steps. First is, of course, you take a shower, and then we collect the water in a tank, and then it will be connected to a filter, and then it will be used for washing our clothes. So imagine if all of the houses in the future have a gray water recycling facility. We will not only be saving a big amount of money, but we are also doing our part in saving the environment. So that's it, and thank you very much.
Can you explain a little bit better what happens if my shower is not in the same place as my washing machine? How can I still use your idea in different contexts?
Actually, the shower washing machine is a modular model, which means you can deconstruct it. So there will be tubes that is connected to your shower, to the tank, and to the washing machine.
I love the idea of reusing water that ordinarily would just go down the drain, but I also want to have really clean clothes. So can you tell me a bit more about the filter system and how you're going to make sure that the washing machine still does a good job?
I think this can be, I need to further research on the possible steps of the filtration system, but I'm very confident that it's possible because it's being used in water drainage systems everywhere.
Have you actually experimented with this? Have you actually run this through as a program? Do you have any evidence of how it works?
Honestly, I have not personally tested
Sorry, did you say you have or you haven't?
I haven't. But I'm pretty sure that the filtration system is really doable. Thank you very much for your time.
I do think that there are some things that he needs to work on quite a lot. I think it's quite complicated. You need to put those pipes somewhere. So I don't think he has thought that through really well yet.
I'd agree with that. I think there's a huge amount of complexity in there that needs to be worked through, but he's got the passion for it, so I think he should be able to find a route through most of that.
All four are top of their field, and we'll be examining whether the models lend themselves to commercial manufacturing and marketing. Also, do they reduce our environmental impact and bills? But perhaps most important of all, would we want them in our homes?
Right, the moment has come. We've got to decide. We've got to choose one winner.
Well, contestants, welcome back, and I have to say thank you for 5 fascinating presentations about your proposals. It was a really interesting mix of different ideas, be it water saving, energy, cost saving, but also behavioural change. You gave the judges an awful lot to think about, to deliberate, and dare I say it, argue. But in the end, there had to be one winner. And Karen is here to tell us a little bit more about their thought process.
As you say, Oliver, we did find it really hard. We've spent a lot of time discussing and debating the pros and cons of each of the ideas. But in the end, it came down to Angela, thinking about her family. What we were really thinking about was, would this be easy to implement? Would she be able to make that work in her home?
So Angela, yes, tell us, who is the winner of $50,000 to develop their idea through to crowdfunding?
Well, the winner of the $50,000 prize is Konstantin.
Ariel, we got $50,000 as a prize.
Oh, excellent, great.
Great news, yes, definitely. Tell to Alex as well, we won the prize. Thank you, bye. I sleep about 5 hours a day. I have a main job doing, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a CMO in a startup company, and it's my hobby that I'm doing it with my team. It's not a trivial thing to do both things together. And I have a small baby called Anna. It's a matter of spending time, matter of choosing what you prefer to do. You prefer to work on your presentation to pitch in the ideas for life or spend time with your child. This is the balance you have. Thank you for Unilever for the opportunity to be here and to receive the grant and to have a cooperation.
As a mum, Konstantin's idea would work for me beautifully. What won me over at the end of the day was the simplicity of his plan. It wasn't going to cause too much disruption in the family. It could just enter in seamlessly and become immediately beneficial.
Given the context of this competition, I was amazed. I was really amazed by the quality of stuff that we got from just people, you know, and that shows you something, which is you sit in a company and you're trying to do those very smart things with very smart people with a lot of education. Then you go out there and you find so much more.
I think it's fantastic that people from different walks of life have started to think about water, how we use it and how we can save it in a different way.
I think that has been pretty exciting that we've attracted a high quality set of ideas, but from people from really all walks of life.
For more information on how you can submit your ideas to the Unilever platform, visit foundry.unilever.com.